Hi, thanks for coming. I'm answering another set of questions, which I will post so you can look at them. Let me read it to you. I wanted to know the safe ways to use the energy. As a matter of fact, I'm learning how to use to know the state of energy in others. But are there other safe ways to use it? And then the next question, in my dreams are humanitarian goals also. Is the fastest way just to let go and let God? Because now that I know all this, I can say that God is near me and He knows my every desire. Yes, that is true. That God knows your every desire. Let me put it into a little bit of context. There are three aspects to God. One is He's omnipotent, has all power. That He's omnipresent. That means He's present at every moment of your life, including this one. And then He knows everything. So God knows your desires. He also knows my desires. And and He knows the desires of people that are watching this and everybody else that isn't watching it. And there's always this play of contrast going on, and somehow God has to come to an instantaneous presentation of reality that meets all of these desires at once. Well, for sure, there are people that disagree with you, and they have desires also. Patanjali talks about having an ideal in your mind. And one of the things that he says is that you have to, as a spiritual person, recognize that even an atheist has the right to have his desire, as long as they have rightly determined. Okay? And they are following the logic as best they can. So, that being the case, what Tantra teaches you is that you can become like God. The fourth chapter of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras tells you how to go beyond the powers, the cities, and to create artificial minds. Now, this was amazing that when this was first said, it was just an agrarian community that people lived in. So how could you make an artificial mind and have it be present in that environment? Well, let me give you some examples that you may have seen in this reality. One is called a business plan. Usually this is the creation of one person, but it may be also the input from many other people. And what it does is says, okay, we're making a plan, we're having a business model to show how to make money in this reality. And so what they do is they go out and they say, okay, here's what our inputs are, and this is what it's going to cost to manufacture with these inputs, and this is how we're going to sell that, and this is how much the sales how much we're going to have to devote for sales, what percentage of the final price. And then they go out and market it. And it's like a big wheel. As you turn that wheel, what comes out at the end of it are profits. That's an artificial mind. Okay. Tantra is about power, getting personal power. Okay? So, is there any room in Tantra for a guru that says, give me your energy, give me your obedience, and I will give it back to you and dole it out in little pieces? No, there's no place for that. There is a place for a person who says, I have energy. I enjoy talking about it. It gives me power, personal power, to talk about it. I understand it better when I'm talking to you about it. So there's really no need to give something to me. What you want to, it's all about you. It's all about making yourself more powerful. Tantra says, make yourself happier the next instant. That means making yourself more powerful. You want to be in control. You want to be more powerful. You want to be independent. Okay? But if you want that for yourself, the best way to have that is have people that are independent around you. When people are independent, their innermost being shines through clearly. Jesus said it best, at least in my mind. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. But Tantra says, this is Swami Shivananda's English mantra. Do good, be good, love, serve, meditate, realize. That's the safest way. Okay, so he starts off to use the power you have, do good with it. Not good what you think so much, but good that you think and others people think. The second law of Tantra is do good, make yourself happier in the next moment. Still true. Swami Satchidananda said, be happy. You can't help people if you're unhappy. So even if you're going to help them, you must be happy doing it. So based on that criteria, I'm happy to make this video. Okay? The thought that I have that this is going to make you better off makes me happy. Now, if someone comes and says, well, no, you're going the wrong way, then I have to look at that, don't I? Because the second part is make other people happy too. As best you can, best to your understanding. And see, if you always do that, the worst that people can say is, well, he means well, but he's completely wrong. Okay? And they're likely to cut you some slack in the execution of what you think is right. It's rare to find somebody that wants to help you achieve your goals. The third part of the second rule is that your intention is to keep on making it good. So if something happens, somebody says, "No, you're not doing what I really want." Well, then you should stop. And this is an expanded version of do unto others as you would have others do unto you. I seem to remember somebody saying that. And so this is so let's get back to the other question. In my dreams, there are humanitarian goals also. Is the fastest way just to let go and let God? Because now that I know all this, I can say that God is near me and He knows my every desire. Well, it's possible that yes, God sees your desire, and God even may have planted the desire. But there are things happen. The Ramayana, the story of Rama, starts pretty much at age 16 when Vashishta, a great guru, comes along and says, "You are realized." And he goes through a number of examples, and finally Rama comes to an understanding of what realization is and enters into the state of samadhi. So much so that Vishwamitra, the sage who discovered the Gayatri Mantra, says, "Oh, Vasistha, you are great. You have caused Rama to go into the state of samadhi. But please bring him back." And Vasistha does that. The important thing about this is that later on, Rama goes with Vasistha and he gets as his wife Sita, a beautiful princess. Later on still, when they're living in the forest, Rama has a premonition. Sita has seen a demon that turned himself into a golden deer with jewels all over the body. She wants it. She's never asked Rama for anything. So Rama is about to leave and he has a premonition. Okay? God was present there. He was omnipotent. He was all knowledgeable. He knew that Ravana was just waiting in the forest to come and abduct Sita. It was his uncle that turned himself into a golden deer. Rama had a premonition. Why didn't God give him more full knowledge? Well, that's part of the drama. Is that you can have wrong thoughts, wrong desires because of the drama. Rama, with his premonition, said, "Okay, I'm going to go because you've asked for this. You've never asked for anything more before this." But he says to his brother Lakshman, "Stay here. Don't leave Sita, no matter what." Okay. So he goes off chasing the deer. And the deer just stays out of bow shot until he's, about 20, 30 minutes away from the hut. Rama decides he's going to use an extra long arrow. See, the deer didn't think that Rama could hit him. He got an extra long arrow, he put more energy into it, and he shot the deer. Now, Marichi was not expecting that. He knew that he was going to his death. He had a premonition. But he had no idea that Rama was going to bring out this arrow. But what he decided to do as he was dying, he called out to Lakshman. "Lakshman, come help me," loud enough that both Sita and Lakshman heard the call. Now Rama had no premonition of this. So Rama and Sita began to fight. Lakshman he says, "No, that's not Rama. That's not Rama. No one can kill Rama." But Sita says, "No, you must go and help him." Lakshman said, "Well, Rama said to stay here. I'm doing what he said." And then Sita pulled out all the stops and said, "Oh, you're just doing that so you can have me as your wife." Wow. This completely stunned Lakshman. To have her think that. Again, God was present. God was all powerful. God didn't change any of this. So there are things behind all these desires. And it's a sign of realization to talk about these things, to become aware of them. See, there is no place else that does talk about this. Is this a spiritual topic? Yes, it is. Does it talk about guru-disciple relationships? Yes, it does. But you don't hear other gurus talking about this. This is one of the signs of the power of this system to even have this discussion. I trust this will enlighten you more. Thank you.